What? Monica C. 1982. Was that the year you were born? Because that means you're older than us. That rarely happens these days.
We're always the old
I was talking about that with my wife the other day. Welcome. Thank you for following. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife the other day about how, like, you know, you still kind of have that feeling no matter what age you are, whenever you're around people that are older than you, like you feel like a kid.
Yes.
So, I'm like, I haven't had that feeling in a long time. And I made that realization the other day. And I was like, I'm playing with Among Us. And I realized I'm the oldest person playing this game. And I don't like that.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Wakey, wakey.
Time to get up.
Good morning, citizens.
Open and then rise and shine.
This is your wake-up call, people.
Come on, the coffee's on.
So in the Discord, in the Back Row Buds Discord earlier today,
He's a jerk.
I love it. They're so heavy. I asked the question, has anybody here ever swallowed a fly? And my first response was from Lark, and she said, not on purpose. And so I said, well, what about on accident? And her response was, not while conscious. Like,
Right.
what about unconscious? And she said, can't remember.
Exactly.
Such a long, drawn-out way to say no.
I mean, how many flies do you think we've swallowed sleeping?
You don't think that would wake you up?
I don't know. Or in our food while we're eating and we don't even realize it. Especially in the summer months while you're grilling out and
Well, anyway, I was in the middle of giving a lesson at Celebrate Recovery last night. Like a very impassioned, serious message about recovery. And there's a fly flying around my general area. And then I breathe in and the fly is gone. But I don't know where it went. I start talking and I can't talk. I'm talking like this. Because apparently it dive bombed directly into my esophagus. And it was blocking my voice. So I had to sit there on stage and swallow a fly, say, I think I just swallowed a fly, and drink a bunch of water while everybody laughed at me. So it was a fantastic moment during a very serious night of recovery. Never happened in my life, and it had to be in front of like 30, 40 people. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he swallowed a fly.
Yeah, there is that whole you swallow so and so amount of spiders in your sleep each year. It is a bunch of baloney. Yeah, that's not a real thing.
Well, you know what is a real thing though? Spiders crawling into your ears while you're sleeping.
Yeah,
and
they'll lay
laying
eggs. That is a real thing.
That's a real thing.
But it's also a rare thing. Today I'm going to challenge you both in a quiz about a movie that the father of your house loves.
Oh, go.
Ooh, okay.
What?
3 days from now, Back to the Future turns 36 years old. And having just watched through the whole trilogy again a few weeks ago, they still hold up. I've got a quiz on Back to the Future trivia, so let's see who can do Chris the proudest. So this is Mo versus her son, Toffee. He's in the studio. Well, not really. He's in the Discord. How are you doing, Toffee?
You know, it's been a day.
Let me tell you about his day. Can I please? Didn't wake up until noon.
We are recording this early. Anybody who's listening on the morning show now.
Ate a bowl of cereal. Swept the front porch.
Look, teenagers have a hard time. Why are you giving him such a...
Oh, because I'm his mother. That's what I'm supposed to do.
So before we start with this, a reminder to those watching along on Twitch to not write the answers in the Twitch chat, please. And of course, neither contestant here is allowed to Google stuff during the game. All right? Honor system there, Topher.
Honor system.
However, Oriel, you can in fact Facebook message me the answers.
I didn't hear anything about that.
So this is going to work just like the game that Mo took on Brian worked. I'm going to ask you each a question. When it's your question, if you get it right, you get 2 points. If you get it wrong, your opponent has the chance to answer it. And if they get it right, they get 1 point in most cases.
Okay.
Unless it's one of these, there's only 2 answers, because then that's not fair.
Gosh, I feel like it's going to
Okay,
go down in flames.
It's going to start really easily. Okay? And I'm going to give Mo the advantage to let her start first, okay?
Huh.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. How many gigawatts, but he says gigawatts, of electricity is required to power the flux capacitor to activate the time circuits?
No, I don't know.
It's a huge plot point of the movie.
No,
It's said
I have no
multiple
idea.
times.
I know it is. Chris and I have had this conversation multiple times. I don't know.
You want to take a guess?
No.
It's better to take a guess and get possibly right.
No. No.
All right.
Topher, do you know the
answer?
Crap. I want to say like 1.5.
Oh, it's really close. Really close. It's 1.21. With the famous line of Doc back in 1955, 1.21 gigawatts! The only thing that can give you that kind of power is a bolt of lightning.
Nope.
That's where it goes.
Nope,
All right, well,
sorry.
that was the easiest question of the night, so this is going to be fun.
Great.
Number 2. This one goes to Topher first. What date does Marty travel back to in 1955?
You know,
And this specific
I have
date on the calendar,
no clue.
the specific date on the
At
calendar
all.
goes through all 3 movies as a like historical watershed date in the history of time travel. Do you want to take a guess? There's 366 possible days.
August 2nd.
No. Mo.
No, it's in March, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
But you haven't made a guess. Do you want to make a guess?
No. That was my guess. I'll be honest. I really thought
Eventually,
that it was,
you're going to have to start guessing things.
I literally just said it was in March, and I was super confident that it was in March.
It's November 5th, 1955.
Okay.
All right, Mo. What does Doc put in a suitcase in case they don't have it in the future?
Underwear.
Yes!
Really?
Cotton underwear. I'm going to give that to you. Good job.
Yes.
Wow. All right, another underwear question for Topher here. What color is the Calvin Klein underwear that Marty is wearing in 1955? Young Lorraine, his future mother, was impressed because she'd never seen that color underwear before in the past.
I want to say blue.
Ooh, close. Purple. Oh, I didn't give you the chance to guess. I'm sorry, Mo. Oh, well. Next.
Received that point.
No, sorry. All right. Mo, what is the name of Marty's uncle who didn't make parole at the beginning of the film?
Bob. McFly.
No. Topher.
Honest, I have no clue.
Pick a name out of a hat. Let's go.
Joe?
I'm going to give that to you because it's Joey.
Oh, snap!
Jailbird Joey. Yep. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So,
You
Toph,
don't
you have
remember.
1 point. Mo has 2 points. All right. Number 6. This one goes to Topher.
Okay.
How much does Biff have to pay to get the manure cleaned out of his car? And we see this in the second movie when he goes back to 1955 a second time.
So I was going to say like a lot of money, but then you were like,
It's got to be like
it's way back when. So
yeah,
it's like
a lot of money for 1955.
$200?
Ooh, not quite. Well,
$300.
yes, $300.
Oh, man.
All right, so far Mo has 3, Topher has 1. Mo, Marty dresses up in his hazmat suit and wakes George McFly up to command him to take Lorraine to the dance. He claims he is whom from where?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
But you remember the scene I'm thinking of, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. No guesses?
No.
All right, Topher.
Shoot.
How?
Y'all are not doing your father proud here.
No.
Or the father of the home proud.
He claims to be an alien.
An alien.
Well, technically, yes, but that's not enough. He claims
Marvin the Martian.
no. He claims to be Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan. All right, Topher. What is the name of the band at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance?
Like I'm supposed to know.
Yeah, you are. It's your father's favorite movie. I'm sure you've seen it multiple times. And since y'all are having such a hard time, I'll even give it to you if you can just tell me the name of the main guy. Because it's like name and the name.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
If you can give me the main name, the lead's name.
I don't know. Alfred?
No.
It's the first name that came in my head.
No. Mo?
No. All that I can think is Casey and the Sunshine Band. And I know that
ain't
that's...
it.
But it's along the same line.
It's the same format of name.
It is the same vein. It is even the same type of... Is it the same type of music? It's the same type of music.
I don't
it's the same
really
type
think
of music.
so. No.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm serious. That is...
It's Marvin Berry and the Starlighters.
Yeah.
And this is actually a big deal. People thought this was kind of a racist moment because Marty McFly plays what's the song that he plays? I don't even remember what it is now.
Yep.
But he plays a song, and Marvin Berry is so impressed by it, he goes and picks up a phone and calls his brother Chuck Berry, saying, "Hey, you know that new sound you were looking for? Well, listen to this." And basically saying that Marty McFly, a white person, inspired, the new black, like, rock and roll era back then. What was that? We just got...
Silver.
What? 350 bits? Dang, so she could get that badge. She got that badge. She got that 1K bits badge. Thank you, Silver. And welcome.
Welcome to the
Mo and Topher do their man of the house. It's really hard to just put a thing. Do the man of the house badly. What's going on here? 290 bits. So Oriel got the badge too. All right. Here we go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this train wreck rolling.
That's what it is. It's a train wreck. Thank you. That is what I was trying to... yeah.
Whose turn is it to ask first? It's
Topher's.
yours. No, it's yours. Yeah. What time does the lightning bolt strike the courthouse clock?
10 o'clock p.m.
You're really close.
I know I am.
Topher, can you nail it down?
Yes, she's really close. Oh, crap. Wait. I'm thinking.
Sounds like you're Googling.
No.
Oh, crap. My browser closed.
I'm
I'm
trying to
thinking.
remember back to the movie.
I got you.
Was it like 10:04:30 or something like that?
Huh? What did he just say? What did he just say?
10:04 and then like 30 seconds?
Oh.
Something
Okay.
like that?
I will give it to you because it's 10:04. Yes. So you're up to 2 points.
10
2 to 3.
4:30? What?
10:04. Yeah, that's only 10:04:30. Like 10 till 4:30. What's going on? All right, Topher. What is the name of the mall in Hill Valley after Marty comes back from the past? And I will give you the hint that before he goes back to the past, it's called the Twin Pines Mall.
Is it just the Pines Mall?
Oh, close. Mo.
Pine Mall.
Also very close. It is the Lone Pine Mall.
Dang.
Because when he goes back in the past, he knocks down one of the original Twin Pines. All right.
I should have gotten that one.
Mo, how many... Now we're getting into like the trivia portion. So, how many times was the script rejected before it was finally given the green light from the studio?
I've read this. We've
really
actually talked about this.
It's really like over a number, but I'm giving you that number. That's the number they always hit. So what's the number? How many times?
Was it over 30 times?
Oh, so close. Topher. How many times was a script rejected before it was finally given the green light?
Over 40 times.
Correct. Over 40 times. Y'all are tied up 3-3 now.
I was technically right because I said over 30 times, and yes, 40 is over 30.
I made it clear that I'm asking for that specific number.
Whatever.
All right. Topher. One studio executive suggested they change the name of the movie to what?
That's a good question. This sounds right. So I'm going to go with like Blast from the Past.
No, that was a movie starring Brendan Fraser and I think not Alicia Silverstone, but somebody like that.
It just sounded right to me.
No, I mean that's good too. But no, Mo?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, the studio suggested they change the name to Spaceman from Pluto.
Oh, that's right.
Steven Spielberg actually saved it by replying that was a hilarious joke. Keep them coming.
Yep.
And the executive never said anything again.
That was one of our random facts.
That was a random fact before, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Mo.
No.
According to writer Bob Gale, how did Marty and Doc become friends in the first place?
It's a beautiful happenstance. That's my answer.
That's not a story. Topher, how did they become friends? If you guess anything close to it, I'm going to give you the point.
What? It's garbage.
Good question.
They're all good questions, son.
No clue.
Answer.
Marty, like, breaking something of his, or like breaking into something?
Marty breaking something or breaking
Marty
into
breaking
something?
Marty breaking into his house or something?
Or fixing something that was broken or...
So I'm going to give it to you.
Shut up!
Marty sneaks into Doc's lab and was fascinated by the cool inventions. Doc caught him and gave him a part-time job helping out with experiments, tending to the lab, and taking care of Einstein, the dog.
I said breaking into his house. No,
yeah, so that's gonna so it's now 4-3. It's time to start guessing, Mo.
It should be, I have been guessing the whole time.
A magical happenstance.
It should be 4-4 because you didn't give me the opportunity to answer the color of the Calvin Klein underwear.
You're right, but
you wouldn't have gotten it.
I would have. Purple.
You would.
Now you know it's purple.
All right. Topher. Originally, Doc's pet was not a dog, but what animal was it supposed to be?
A bird.
No. Mo.
A turtle.
No. Chimpanzee.
Okay.
But a studio exec was very anti-chimp because he claimed that no movie with a chimp ever made any money.
Next question.
Mo. What gimmicky promotional item did Pizza Hut sell for $1.99 for the release of Back to the Future Part 2? If you guess anything close to it, I'll give you the point.
I know this. I know this. I know this. I know this. We have talked about this on the show. What gimmicky Pizza Hut item?
I'm pretty sure Dunstan was an orangutan. But also that movie came out way after Back to the Future
Dunstan checks out. Oh, that was a good movie. I could probably answer more questions about that movie than this movie.
I don't know. Could have been.
I
need an answer.
I don't know.
You have to guess something.
breadsticks. I don't know.
That's not a promotional item.
I don't know, Matthew. I don't know.
Topher.
A bag?
No, but that's a good guess because that would be a promotional item. They gave out solar shades, pointy futuristic sunglasses for $1.99.
Maybe we didn't talk about that.
I don't think so.
Because that doesn't sound familiar at all.
All right, Topher. Which member of the royal family attended the London premiere of Back to the Future?
I don't know his name, but the prince.
There's a lot of them.
His name's Charles. Prince Charles.
Prince Charles? No. Mo.
Queen Elizabeth.
Wrong. Oh, man. It was Princess Diana.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Princess Diana came and she actually sat next to Michael J. Fox. And Michael J. Fox told the story about how he really needed to pee before the movie even started. But he felt like he could not leave because he was sitting next to a princess. And so he sat there miserable for the entire movie. The premiere, the first time he'd seen it. Just because he was sitting next to the princess. So
poor Michael. I thought for sure it was going to be Queen Elizabeth.
No.
That would have been cool.
All right.
I was going to say that, but I was like, that's just the obvious answer. And it's not gonna be right.
All right, Mo. What Back to the Future line did Ronald Reagan quote in his 1986 State of the Union?
Where do we go from here?
No. No. Topher. Do you have a guess?
Don't know any quotes. So, you've got to go back.
No, that'd be a good guess. No, he quoted, "Where we're going, we don't need roads."
Oh, I do know that quote.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
All right. Topher, what Lord of the
Yes.
Rings actor made his debut in Back to the Future Part 2?
Again, I don't know any actors' names.
Lark is saying you know nothing. In the
I
chat.
do know nothing. Like, you are very
In
correct.
terms of Back to the Future, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes, he was my favorite character in Lord of the Rings. Mo.
He was Schmeagol.
Gandalf?
No, I need the actor's name.
I don't know his name. I don't know anybody's name other than see, I don't even remember his name. What is his name? Elijah Wood.
Yes!
Really?
Yes, Elijah Wood made his debut. He was one of the kids who was trying to get an old-timey Cafe 80s Wild Gunman video game started.
Really?
Yeah, Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
Now we're 4-4, right?
4-4. Y'all are tied, and there's only 2 questions left.
Oy vey.
All right, these are hard.
I bet they're not terribly hard to someone who knows the movie.
Mo.
What?
In the newspaper from the alternate timeline 1985, where Biff is basically a totalitarian millionaire, the main headline of the paper was Emmett Brown committed. However, the next highest headline was a story about President Richard Nixon. Can you tell me what the headline was?
Nixon eats McDonald's.
Topher, do you have a guess?
Nixon eats Burger King.
It was Nixon to seek 5th term, with the subheadline of Vows to End Vietnam War by 1985.
Okay.
All right. Last one, Topher. Which Back to the Future... You have like a 1 in 3 shot here. Okay. Which Back to the Future movie was Thomas Wilson's favorite? He's the actor that played Biff, Griff, and Mad Dog Tannen in the 3 movies. Which movie was his favorite?
The second one.
Incorrect. Mo.
The first one.
Incorrect.
Wait.
No
Ready?
way.
Ready? Topher, we know it. You ready?
The third one.
Part 3 was his favorite because he got to learn how to rope, ride, and shoot. Quite a fun experience for a guy from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
you tied, which technically means Topher does not get the prize of a sticker that says I beat Mo.
Oh, we gotta do a tiebreaker.
I don't have a
That's not how it
tiebreaker. I
works.
didn't expect y'all to be so bad at this.
Google something.
No, we can let Oriole ask a question, or
Hold on.
let
No, hold on. I have a question. I have a question.
Or,
I don't know
or
if
the
this will.
biggin. Anybody can ask a question.
I don't know if this will save the game because it's another question. It's another piece of trivia I know, but one of you would have to answer correctly.
Okay.
So, what does Tom Wilson do when the guy who played Biff Griff from Mad Dog Tannen do when a fan comes up to ask him a question about the movies? First person to answer it correctly gets the point.
We're just going to sit here because neither one of us
Just
are going
talk.
to.
Just guess. What do you think he would do? What would you do in that situation?
It's them. He's mean. He's mean.
Bees mean? No.
He dances. He sings. He does a monkey impersonation.
I don't know.
Sings a song.
I can't even think of anything that he does characteristically in the
'Kay,
movie,
so-
other than is a jerk.
Okay, well, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what you think you would do if you were an actor in a famous movie who 36 years later, you're still being asked the same 10 questions
He
over
says,
and over
"I
and
don't
over
know."
again.
He says, "I don't know." He says, "Go ask Michael J. Fox." That's what he says.
He
Okay.
has answers printed, and he hands them printed answers.
That's actually not a bad answer.
That's the answer.
Is it really?
Really?
He has printed
What did
up
he just
cards. He has printed up cards that have all the answers to the most common questions, including like Michael J. Fox is a fun guy to act with. I'm not in touch with him right now. You know, that kind of stuff over and over again. I don't know what he's doing right now. These kind of things. My favorite movie was Part 3 because I got to rope, ride, and shoot. All these things.
Did you say hooey gooey?
He said really. He said,
I don't
really?
think He said who he could be.
I said hooey gooey, of course.
That's what it sounded like.
All right, Topher.
Hooey gooey?
Topher, you get to be the second winner
Whatever.
of an I Beat Mo sticker, which should be available by the time we come back from our break.
Whatever.
Okay.
They're in the mail.
I'm still the champion in our Discord.
Hey, I did find out. Sorry, yeah, Topher, we're done with you. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay.
Love you. Have a good
You
night.
did a good job. I appreciate. Well,
All
I
right.
mean, you did a job. I don't
did
know if
a
either
job.
of you. I don't know.
I did a
I
job.
don't know if the job either of you could be qualified as a
good job. Yeah,
And
that's
I
fair.
think you're. I think Chris has grounds to divorce the whole family.
Ah!
But
I do not take pride in tonight.
but we did make it through. It was a struggle, but we're here.
When preparing, neither one of us ever thought to prepare Back to the Future.
Thanks, Topher. Have a good night, man.
See ya.
Oh, my son.
Oh, gracious.
Okay, so you were
Okay.
going to say you did find out.
So I did find out. What was I talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What were we talking about? Dang it. I lost my train of thought.
Topher said ooey gooey.
No, it was beyond that. Wow. That's the
stickers?
That's the age thing. Oh, is it the stickers? No, okay, but I do remember. Sorry, I got excited because you get excited when you're old and you forget something, but then you get to it again. Like it's an exciting moment. Last week, I was talking about how I don't own either of the titles. Well, apparently, I forgot that I did win the wrestling podcast title
That's
from
that's
John
what?
last week.
Really?
And so I do have a title. So I'm not a total loser. I'm just a half loser.
Okay.
Because y'all saw how Mo did tonight. I lost to that.
Yeah. You're a big old
painful.
loser. Because you lose to me every single week.
So Lark put in a question. What was the question?
Which Back to the Future movie has Lark not seen? The second one. She has not seen the second one.
I have no idea.
Oh, she just gave away the fact that Oriole is the one.
Number 2. I haven't seen number 2. That's the best one. It's just like Star Wars. The second one's the best one.
It's a tie again.
They go to the future. They go to the past. They're in the middle.
That was redemption for me not having the opportunity to answer purple underwear.
Look, you got the advantage with Brian, and it still didn't help you. Because there was one answer I didn't let Brian guess. And it still didn't give you the win. So
whatever.
I didn't give you enough perms. I'm not a hairdresser. Okay, hold on. Edit channel.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
do it.
I feel like this is like the
permissions, invites. I don't know how to do it. It's not letting me. So 6 is the max. I apologize. Can't add any more. So we got 6 people in there. 6 is going to be it. You moved him? You moved who? What are you talking about? What is going on?
Are we still recording?
We are.
I don't know what's happening.
Worry. If you're listening on Tuesday morning and you're hearing this on the radio, we're just as confused as you are as to what's going on.
This is not how it usually goes. We're usually much more put together.
Whatever the issue is, we'll try and fix it for next time. Here we go. Let's open up the voice chat. How do I get in there? Can I get in there? Okay, I can get in there. Yeah.
Oh no, it's a Matt.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Matt, you can join above the Max Go mod.
Good. That's good.
We can fix it later.
All right.
On topic.
So we've got a whole crew of people in here. That's good. This is the most we've ever had in this room before, which I guess is why we had the desire to raise the max. So let's just jump right in. Today's topic is a very controversial one. I think this is one of the ones that people will argue tooth and nail about, because I know I have. And that argument is Apple or Android. Are we going iPhone? We going Android phone? We want to know what some of you think. Now, we're not talking Apple as a whole. We're just talking about like the iPhone. We're talking about as a phone, Apple phones, Android phones. We want to know what some of you think. So we got folks watching on Twitch as we record today, and they're going to join us in this Discord discussion and give us their thoughts. Okay. So, Lark, I think you started last time, so I'm going to start down at the bottom of our list and go with Toffee.
Good.
Toffee. iPhone or Android, and why?
So, if I had to choose personally, just because of the experience I've had with the iPhone and the time that I've had to actually use the iPhone, I would go with iPhone. But like for a new phone user, going in and seeing these Android phones, styluses, and all these cool get-ups for them, you would immediately go for the Android. Don't do that, because they got it's just not. Yeah, they have a cool stylus, but then they have a lot of drawbacks to them.
Like what?
Currently, I'm thinking of like FaceTime. I don't actually know if they have that or not. But I do know like between if you have like between iPhone and Android, you can't FaceTime between iPhone and Android. And then I can do that.
Do you want to know why that is?
Why?
Because Apple refuses to work with any other company.
Okay, you're not allowed.
I'm not allowed to give my opinion. That's why I whisper. And that doesn't. We all know whispers don't count.
You look like you're on a roll.
All right, let's jump to Thray. Thray, what do you think?
Well, I am an Android user. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm going to give the most advice for Android products. Not only am I able to diversify the things I'm able to do, and keep my apps even if I switch over to another brand of phone that is not an Apple product. I can access my other accounts apparently, without any big controversy, I can link to many of my devices very smoothly. But I do admit that there are some things that Apple might say that they have going for them. They are technically very secure, to the point that the FBI argues with them constantly.
That is true. I'll give you that.
They also have uniform updates, but that's also a drawback. For example, I have a sample size of people in my life that are having a terrible time right now with the Apple Calendar. They would much rather have any of my, 5 apps that I could choose from on my Android device to use for a calendar, because I have choices. Apple, not so much. You have your Apple Calendar, and you are stuck with whatever update they decide you needed. So,
all right.
I am perfectly satisfied with my Samsung device. That's all.
All right. Oriole, what's your take?
Hold on. And Thray, just for reference, what is your name again?
She's trying to trick you. She's trying to trick you. Don't let her trick you. Don't let her trick you.
You tried.
Yeah.
It's Thray. That's her name.
Okay.
All right, Oriole, what are your thoughts?
So, I'm an Android user, and so I've used Apple products in the past, and I much prefer the Android interface, and also the fact that I can increase the memory size of my Android phone with a memory card to give myself more memory and it doesn't cost as much as an iPhone does for not as much memory.
Correct.
Earbuds. Forgot earbuds.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that I have a headphone jack, so any headphones that I have, I can plug into them.
That's a low blow, sir.
Unfortunately, I have an Android phone that does not have a headphone jack, so all phones are going that direction. But
I do as well.
I do have Galaxy Buds earbuds, and they're fantastic, so I'm not complaining. All right, good take. I'm gonna skip Nick because I'm gonna save Nick for last because Mo really wanted you on here.
Yeah.
So let's go to our new friend Meg or Megan or Megara or whatever she likes to be called, and I think she answers to all three.
You answered to all three. So this is a topic I have very passionate, strong feelings about.
All right, let's go.
So I had an iPhone 6 back in the day, and eventually Apple updated my iPhone to the point where the battery didn't work anymore. And also it came with all these apps on it I never wanted and didn't need. So ever since then, I've been a diehard Android fan. And I used to be the type of person who would just groan when people said that. But Android, they're not going to update me out of my own device, which is really nice. The battery life is longer. I have more apps to choose from, and I have more space on my phone.
They're not going to force a U2 album onto your new phone. Didn't they force everybody to have a U2 album once?
That was when I was a child.
Well, we're still bitter about it.
Youth into this.
All right,
I remember this on my old iPod Touch.
All right, Lark, give us your opinion. You obviously have opinions as a young
The problem
person.
with this one is my opinion is weird.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like that's typical.
I hate with the burning passion Mac computers that I can't figure them out. I can't figure out the buttons do, and I'm constantly lost. However, I have the exact same problem on Android phones. I use a PC and an iPhone, because that's what I'm most familiar with.
Oh, that's
Do I want to eventually switch to an Android? I'm strongly considering it. However, I've bought so many dang apps on my phone that I really don't want to mess with trying to transfer. Also, I don't want to burn all my music again. All my music is on CDs. I don't want to burn it again. No.
What? Hold on. What?
So
You're 22 years old. All your music is on CDs?
yes, I have a CD folder with an arms reach. I'm that person. Deal.
Do you
I got a Case Logic that holds 140 CDs.
Go digital, sir. But yeah.
Their sound better on CD anyway.
I know. But yeah. Anyway, I have a boombox, but that's not relevant. But no, I
have a Discman.
Touch and an old slide-out keyboard phone for a while, which makes me sound older than I am. But I had the original SE from high school on mostly through college. I have the new SE now. while I'm really mad that I don't have a headphone jack anymore, so that really hurt when Oriole said that. The thing I like about Apple is that there's a lot of apps that will only exist on Apple that inevitably are the ones that like my work and such wants me to use. And there are other calendar apps that exist that you can use on an iPhone. They're just a bit more of a hassle to get around to. Same for like mail and stuff. Right. There are ways to not use the default apps until they finally let you delete the stupid apps that it auto-installs, and it's glorious. I've deleted so many of them.
Yes.
But, yeah, well, iPhone is not perfect by any means. I do not love it, I do use it.
All right.
That accidentally became a rant about CDs, and I'm not sorry.
No, it was hilarious. I don't know.
While we keep going, I'm gonna count how many CDs I have. Keep going.
I don't know how it makes me feel about you. I kind of respect you for still having CDs.
Oh, I got
2 CDs on my birthday.
It's also really weird. Okay, the moment Mo's been waiting for. We're gonna bring in her brother-in-law, Nick Oakes.
Hey, I'm here.
All right. What's your opinions? I have no idea which side you're on, so I'm ready to hear it.
Well, that's interesting because right now I'm looking down here at my desk and I have an iPhone 12 mini, and right next to it I have a Note 8.
What?
So here's kind of my deal on, I guess, iPhone versus Android. For business uses, and like especially in like an enterprise environment, the security of an iPhone is a little more, I guess, popular in like the enterprise versus Android. As far as managing the devices, it seems like the iPhones are a little easier to manage. And with that said, you can still hook up like an Android device, like an Exchange server or whatever, and you can even control them, with like business policy and stuff. But that boring stuff out of the way. If you want cutting edge, you want the latest features, you want the latest, technology, camera, display, whatever. It's going to have to be an Android phone. Samsung, they seem like they're always a few steps ahead of Apple, which wasn't the case, 10 years ago.
Right, yeah, it definitely wasn't. Yeah.
But if you want something refined and, arguably a good battery life or better battery life, or this traditionally used to be the case, something a little more polished, iPhone's kind of what you want, I think. And one thing I don't like about, I guess, being like on an iPhone or really just in the Apple environment is once you get in, you're kind of locked into, I guess, chat, like the text messaging, the iMessage, with, FaceTime and all that. You're kind of locked into that environment. Whenever you go to try to switch to Android, if you flip-flop like I do back and forth, then, it's kind of hard to get untangled from iMessage and from iCloud and all that to switch over to Android. So, I guess if I had to pick one, if you think of a phone as like an appliance, which I'm kind of getting, I guess, a little older now, I guess, and I just kind of want my phone to work and work correctly, I kind of go with iPhone. And, I actually, and again, I'm looking at a Note 8 here. I used a Note 8 since 2016, 2017, whenever it came out. I think it's might have been late 2017, I can't remember. Whenever it came out, I got it when it came out. I had it up until late last year, and it served me pretty good, but I wanted to downgrade to a smaller phone. So that's kind of my take on that. I mean, they're both pretty solid as far as their operating systems are concerned. They're both run on some kind of a Unix operating system, Unix-based operating system. iPhone's operating system is very close to like Mac OS as far as like the kernel and kind of how those functions and stuff work. So it's very similar to Mac OS, and then Android, of course, is kind of a Google's flavor of Linux or Unix or whatever kernel it was they build it on top of. But I think they're both pretty solid. You really can't go wrong with either one. But my pick's gonna be the iPhone.
See why I needed him in here?
Yeah, he's very tech spec.
He is
kind of guy.
He is, and this is why
I appreciate that, Nick.
There are several reasons why I love my brother-in-law, but he is the one who we go to when we are having an issue.
Well, I want to know the several reasons you love your iPhone.
I have very few. Here's the thing, though. I remember when Nick got his Note, and I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, he has crossed over into the dark side. what is happening right now? Like, but I watched and I was like, oh, I kind of actually like the way that Android functions. And it is hard to argue the fact that I don't know why, I don't know how, but they do have the better camera. All of my friends who take pictures with their Android phones have far better picture qualities than what I take on my stupid iPhone. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't get it. So
I'm constantly having iPhone users in my church saying, hey, can you take this picture with your phone? And send it to
your
me?
phone is better. I do agree with Lark. It was like the best day ever when Apple allowed you to delete the apps that they automatically put. Yeah. I was so thankful for that because there's at least 10 of them that you don't need ever at all. But other than that, I stick with iPhone because iPhone is what I know, and I don't really do well with change.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I would be able to learn Android really well because I'm old at this point.
Gotcha.
So
here's my beef with iPhones. Specifically, like around the apps. It was mentioned a lot that they're proprietary apps with Apple, and some people will see that as a very good thing. Some people will see it as a negative thing. I see it as a negative thing as someone that has tried to produce an app for our radio station.
Yeah.
Before we were LTN, when we were back with radio, I was trying to produce a really good version of our app, and I loved it, and it was great. And I submitted it to Android and Apple App Store, and it was immediately accepted in Android. Apple said, well, we have too many apps like this. I'm like, it's a radio station. You don't have any apps that play our radio station. This is a specifically unique app because of the content. So like, well, you need to change a few things up, but it wouldn't tell me exactly what those things were. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to make it look better. I'm just going to make it more and more professional. I'm going to add more things. I'm going to make it a more useful thing, put more content in there that changes, I'll add all this stuff to it. I worked for months, 4 solid months with 12 attempts to get this app approved. And never would it get approved, and never could I talk to anybody about why. It was just, we have too many of these. That's for some people. That's they see that as a plus. Is like, well, okay, it's keeping all the garbage apps out. Android just accept whatever app. You don't know if it's malicious or leading you astray and all this kind of thing. And like, sure, okay, I get that. But at the same time, it's like, well, you're also not making the process to get any other apps in there.
Yeah.
Without there's no process to like really go through this and fix that whenever it's judged incorrectly. Mm-hmm. So that made me mad. But at the same time, like you said, like FaceTime, Topher brought up FaceTime, and you can't use FaceTime on Android. You can use Google Duo and Google whatever else. There's plenty of like you can call with a face camera things going on, and you can do that with apps that are found on iPhone, but it's not FaceTime. And so you could go from Android to the other if you want, but you can't do FaceTime with an Android phone. Apple is notorious for making their things only work with Apple. Mm-hmm. My in-laws have iPhones. They record videos of my kids every time that they're over at their house, and then they try and send them to me. And what I get is this weird, crunchy, very tiny, grainy video because Apple has their own file versions. Even though there are universal file versions in MP3 and MP4 that work on both systems, Apple does not let that happen. But yeah, really Android, when it comes down to why I like Android, it's for what was said, what Nick said. They're more cutting edge. They get the things faster. They get better cameras faster. They get all the best changes come to Android first and then show up in Apple, and all the worst changes now happen with Apple, like the removal of the headphone jack, and then eventually leak over into Android, which is what I think all of them are now. I think all these newer Androids don't have the headphone jack, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But I mean, Yeah.
I think this might be the longest arguing on Discord we've ever had.
It's also the most people we had in there.
It's true.
I know Thray has ducked out now. She had to go to sleep.
Some very passionate people also. So.
I do appreciate everybody jumping in. This was a fun discussion. Next time
I'll learn more of my strong opinions.
Yeah. Also, Lark apparently has 24 CDs, which is less than I thought. So I think that's an acceptable level.
It's only 24 because I've only been building up this collection for like 3 years.
Exactly. She's 22 years old. To have 24 CDs, that's
in 3 years.
I don't have a huge budget, sir.
Listen, Lark, I'm here to defend you.
You know, I've called people sir and ma'am since I was a kid, and I still do it, even people that are younger than me. But when you call me sir, I feel old, and now I understand.
I use sir
what
as
everybody
an
else.
insult so much.
You really do, yeah. It's always in a snarky response. Excuse me, sir. Why did you stab me in Among Us?
If I say it that way, if I accidentally slip at work, no one realizes I'm insulting their face.
Bless your heart.
It's a thing with my generation.
Thank you all for joining in. I'm going to end the call here. We'll continue on
Bye,
Twitch.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye, Matt. Why does she always do that? Why does she always do that?
She always forgets you're here.
I am here too.
Now let's get down to business. Mo's got our taste test for today, and she's not going to sing that song.
Lark wants to know if you hit the record button.
Yes, we are recording this time. Thank you. I appreciate you. I've been very good about the record button today.
Okay. Tell me, are you feeling savory or sweet?
I do not like the choice. Just surprise me. I don't care. Just surprise me. Oh, no. No.
Sorry, I gave you the opportunity to choose, and
okay,
you
maybe
did
it'll
not
be
choose.
good. Maybe it'll be good.
So we are going to have
handmade, uncured bacon jerky from Cracker Barrel.
Yep,
Cracker
that's
Barrel.
what we're having.
Thick cut.
That is
So
what we're
I'm
having.
gonna tell you. I've had bacon jerky before one time. I don't even remember the brand. I think it was Jack Link's.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, this just tastes like old bacon.
Great.
And so I never tried it again.
Okay.
But that was like 10 years ago.
Okay. So
And it was like right when they came out. So there might have been time for them to make this better.
So your taste buds have changed.
We'll
That's
see.
what I'm hearing.
We'll see.
They've matured a little.
But Lark, yes, it does look gross. I like bacon. Bacon jerky looks gross.
It smells.
Does it smell gross? It smells distinctly like both bacon and jerky. You smell that distinctive jerky smell.
It smells like a bacon strip.
Why'd you have to say that? Why'd you have to say that?
It's exactly what it smells like.
It looks like it's covered in sugar.
It does.
My goodness.
Watermelon sugar.
It does smell like a bacon strip. Gosh darn it, Mo.
I should probably.
Why are you making me realize things? Yeah, but you know what? I always wanted to try a bacon strip. So I remember when I was a kid, my mom would get those for our dog, and I'm like, this looks like some good bacon.
I don't know how I feel about that. All right, are we ready? Ready to do this disgustingness?
Who picked this one out?
Chris.
Chris picked this out for us?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Chris, so much.
Well, that was sweet.
It is sugar. Why? What? It doesn't say anything about being sweet on it.
That is so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Powdered sugar? It's powdered sugar? Why is there powdered sugar? Cane sugar?
That's not good. I don't.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it say that it's sweet?
Okay, I will say this.
Oh.
It's got a good smoke flavor. Can you taste the smokiness?
Yes. And I will admit, actually, this is better than the one that I had before.
Yeah.
Because it does actually taste like bacon. But it tastes like it's candied bacon.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't that be on the package?
I don't know. If it were not covered in sugar. I think it would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get past all the sugar, it tastes pretty darn good.
It really does. It's got
not
a good,
bad right now.
Yeah, it's got a good smoky flavor.
Good consistency. I think one of the problems also I had was consistency. It felt like just old, limp, gross bacon.
Yeah,
like
no, this is actually like
almost crispy.
Crispy Sunday morning bacon.
That might be what the sugar's for. It keeps it crispy.
Maybe. I don't know, but good grief. I was not expecting a mouthful of sugar.
Wow.
Well.
Okay.
If sweet bacon is your thing, give it a try.
You know what? I'm all for sweet bacon when it's like maple. When it's maple flavor. I think I spit a piece of bacon somewhere. Like you make bacon pancakes, dip that in some maple syrup. My goodness, it's good. But just straight up powdered sugar on a bacon strip, an old bacon strip. Nah, I'm a pass.
I'm really struggling. I really am.
Do we need to start rating these? Like get them a 1 out of 10?
Well, here's the thing. I am having a difficult time determining whether or not I actually disliked it. Because...
Do you think it was just the shock of not knowing what to expect?
I really do. And so I'm sitting here going back and forth with, now that I know what to expect, should I have another piece and decide how I feel truly? But what if I still have the exact same reaction that I had the first time?
I think science demands that you try another piece.
It's just as...
And we find out if you can act like... What was that? All right. Science.
Ready?
For science, Mo. For science. Got a big piece, too. Is it still gross or is it better now that you know what to expect? Good ASMR here for the radio listeners.
You know, yeah.
It's better?
I think had it said, like, sugared
bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think had we known going into it, it wouldn't have been...
As cloying of a response. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it's still not my favorite, but it wasn't awful the second time.
Well, right now, being that this is our season finale week, we're doing something special just for our Twitch watchers. So if you're listening to this on the morning show, on the radio, rather, or on the podcast later, here's one of the reasons you should join in on Twitch, because you get to see bonus stuff over there when we're recording these live if you join in. So we're going to take a quick bonus taste test of something that Mo and I have talked about and gushed about recently. And then we're going to get back to the show. But for those of you listening on the radio, we're getting back to the show right now. All right, bonus taste test.
Bum, bum, bum.
What did we talk about last week in the chat and everywhere else? That we're like, you remember that? Remember how great it was when we were kids and we had these?
Oh, what was it? What was it?
Because my wife and I just happened to spot them still existing in the grocery store.
All that I can remember right now is Warheads. That's all I can remember.
Fruit roll up, pull and build pizza slices.
Yes.
Are back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Most of them have been confiscated by my children and my wife, who have all been eating them. But yeah,
Why'd you
I don't know why I handed you the box. There you go. You're in charge of the trash.
Yay!
But we are going to revel. Look at this. Okay, so I still remember this. Peeling this plastic around, and that helped you open the whole thing.
Yep.
You got the... Now, I think when I was a kid, these were kind of like a swirl of colors. But now it's like 3 distinct flavor lines.
It's the colors of the Italian flag.
Yellow's on the Italian flag?
No, white.
Okay, I was about to say. Like, I don't know much. I do remember these are difficult to peel. The little pizza thing off.
Don't know much.
But I got it. Look at this. Okay.
But I know I love you.
So there's my slice of pizza. That. Okay. And we're gonna build these
I
things.
feel like I got gypped. Look.
Oh, your slice is cut off a bit. I have your other half over here.
Well,
I got a perfect slice.
It's a bummer.
So here's my mushroom. Don't like mushrooms in real life, but I love me some fruit roll-up mushrooms. The mushroom there, put that on there. Got a little pepperoni action going on.
I'm feeling like a kid again.
Yeah.
With my half a slice of pizza.
Pepperoni action.
Oh, wait, there you go.
I got a little, I think it's a bell pepper. Pepper. It's got a hole. You can peel the hole out too. Let's go all in. When am I ever going to have this again?
I'm so excited.
My bell pepper right there. There it is. I'm gonna put that on there.
Good job.
Now, I want to know what you used to do. Did you build the pizza and then eat all the wad of the excess stuff first?
Oh, yes.
And save the pizza for last?
You save the pizza for last,
that's
always.
What I did too.
The work.
But there's a lot of extra.
There is a lot of extra.
Here's all the extra. Just a ton of extra.
I feel like it's a waste, kind of.
But you're still eating it. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's definitely a waste when I can't even fit all 3 of my toppings on my pizza because they gypped me. Good gravy. Hold on. You're going to have to just wait 1 second.
I'm just showing off.
Oh, see? Like, where... My pepper's got to go on top of my mushroom and pepperoni. Yeah. It's not even a beautiful piece of pizza.
Mine's beautiful. Mine's beautiful there. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. You got the sliver. You got the mutant sliver. All right. Let's eat the wad of junk at the end here. Yeah, that's a distinctive flavor.
I'm confused. It says, look for your flavor here.
That's because all fruit roll-ups have the same wrapper, and they put the flavor on the thing. And so this is just the pizza one, because all of the pizza ones are the
okay.
free.
Okay.
All right, pizza slice time.
Pizza
slice.
Pizza.
Somehow better than the leftover stuff.
Tastes like pizza. That was delicious.
That's just as good as I remember.
Oh, yeah.
That's not often the case with things from childhood. I'm sure I haven't had this since 6th grade.
You know, it honestly might be better. It really, truly might be better than when I was a kid.
It's pretty good.
I don't know if it's just the nostalgia of it.
Now that I'm mad that I gave the rest of my kids.
That's fair.
All right. And since we were talking about Among Us a lot in this last segment, our question comes from our friend Lark, also known as Rachel.
And Library Night.
And whatever she feels like calling herself. The question is, who is the best imposter in our Among Us crew? Mo?
I'm thinking. I really am. I have to tell you, I'm always afraid of sussing Rogar.
Really?
I really am. I feel like he is a lot like me in the fact that he gets, like, angry.
No, his anger is always... I've had the opportunity to watch his stream when he had his camera on.
Yeah.
His anger is always lighthearted. It sounds worse on the camera, but he's always smiling whenever he's ranting.
That's fair.
But I can see that. But he's good though. Do you want to say he's the best imposter?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I feel like I have a unique situation with our Among Us crew in the fact that I personally know more people than what the rest of the people do. I mean, you as well, because you know Topher. So
who? Yeah, no. Kidding.
So it's kind of easy for me to pick out and I know y'all's tells. I know when you're imposter. I know when Topher is imposter. But then again, I do really think that y'all are good. Mm-hmm. But for me, I'm like, yeah, okay. You can't fool me. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Whereas to like the average person who's playing, I don't think that they are able to pick out.
Maybe not as quickly.
I don't know.
I think mine are becoming more and more apparent to people.
You know, I think I've actually said this before. Honestly, I think we've got a really good group of girls that are imposters. Mm-hmm. Silver, Thray, even Lark. I think, and Lark gets kind of loud. She gets kind of crazy. And so sometimes I'm like, okay. I think
she lives kind of crazy.
I mean, that's true. But a little bit more. A little bit more than normal. But yeah, I feel like us girls hold down the fort pretty well. Who are you going to say? Because obviously I can't say one person.
I like to say that I'm the best, but I'm probably not. I feel like I'm pretty good, though. I feel like I win 90% of my imposter rounds lately, which I enjoy. But if we're talking about who the best is, I feel like hands down, it's Thray. And here's why. Thray has made it to where she is the detective of the game.
Yeah.
She's always the one that is ready to pick up the charge.
Say this.
to lead the charge of figuring out who the imposter is. Uh-huh. She's always got the most information. She's always the one that's bouncing between vitals and admin, trying to pick apart times and see where people are and all this. She's got a brain for detective work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all just trust her.
And
always.
We all do trust her, everything that she says. And so when she is actually the imposter, she still does everything that she normally does.
Yeah.
She has recently started she doesn't stream, but she started recording her games so I can put some of her wins in the highlight videos that we make. And so I've gotten to see her process now from her point of view. And she really does still do the admin and the vitals thing. She still does her normal stuff, but instead of going to get a task every now and then in between them, she goes out and kills someone every now and between them. But she still has all the same data. But when she's the imposter, she'll change the data up a little bit of how long this body's been dead or anything else. And so like someone else she can say this body's only been dead for like the last 2 seconds. And someone will say, well, Thray and I have been here in vitals for the last 30 seconds. So it can't be either of us.
Yeah.
And and we'll just buy it because she's so brilliant.
It's true. It is true.
I cannot every time Thray's imposter, I think there's only been one time I was able to suss it out that she was imposter. And it's because she was put in a weird position that she couldn't really say anything. And that wasn't like her. That wasn't like her at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she sounds real weird. I'm pretty sure it's Thray.
Yeah, I do. I can agree with that. But our whole crew is just, I don't know.
Oh, Silver is really good. Silver downplays how good she is. She's really good.
Even Oriole is really good.
The last two games, sorry. You say your part.
I was just going to say our entire crew is just really good, except for Rye Guy.
Poor Rye Guy. Toffee is really good too, I will say. He's scary. He's scary good. The last 2 games, Oriole was imposter, and nobody even put any sus on him. We were all surprised it was Oriole, and he did most of the work both those times. Lark is good. Lark doesn't get it as often, and so it's always a surprise when Lark's imposter. But lately, she's been getting 4 or 5 games in a row, and so we get to the point well, it can't be Lark again. I'm not going to vote Lark again.
I really do. I feel like there have not been many times where I have seen her as imposter.
Yeah. For a long stretch, she barely ever got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of our crew is good. Poor Rye Guy, though. He's good. He just has he's just reckless. He knows what he's supposed to do.
He's ready to kill.
He doesn't do the work of checking the rooms around him before he kills somebody.
Yeah.
And so he'll just slice, hope nobody saw that, and then always someone runs right in. It's usually me. Someone runs like, well, just caught Rye Guy killing somebody, and the poor guy has a hard time lying. He doesn't want to lie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that he doesn't know how, because he's done it a few times convincingly, but I just feel like that's not in his character as a person.
Yeah.
And so he usually just like, okay, well, let's just get this over with.
What did I do wrong, guys?
His catchphrase is, what did I do? Why are you voting for me?
Yeah. It really is a blast. It really is.
I do love everybody that plays with us. I love that the community is growing. I love that we had 15 people again this last game night, and like nobody ran out of. There was still a whole lot of other people that we have in our community that weren't even there. Like the fact that we could fill up a 15-player room with no problem was just, it blows me away at how big that group is becoming.
I walked in and looked over Topher's shoulder as he was playing, and I looked at all the names, and I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah, you need to get back in the game.
They're not my people.
You need to get back in the game because they're all great.
Okay.